What's going down, guys? I'm Aaron from PhoneDog.com, and the successor to one of Verizon's hottest Android devices is coming out this week. The HTC DROID Incredible 2, coming Thursday, $199.99, the successor to the original Incredible, and it's known in Europe as the Incredible S. So specs-wise, it's not that different. 1 GHz processor, 8 megapixel camera on the back, but it does have a front-facing camera now and a larger 4-inch display, and it has these cool capacitive buttons that switch depending on whether you're in portrait or you're in landscape mode. So it's a revised design, something different, but can it hold its own against all these 4G devices that are coming out not just on Verizon, but across all the different carriers this spring and into the summer? You know, you have the LG Revolution, the HTC Thunderbolt, which is already out, the Samsung Droid Charge, which also comes out on Thursday, and more. Can it hold its own? Is it the device to get? Is it the one to get if you have $200 in your pocket? We're going to figure that out and more in the full unboxing of the HTC DROID Incredible 2. Starts right now. So you know the HTC DROID Incredible has been riding off into the sunset for some time now as one of the most popular Android devices on Verizon to date after it launched in April of last year. Very, very popular, hard to get for the first couple of months, but you know, it finally went into discontinued mode. Now the successor was rumored for some time. We had seen leaks and things like that, but Verizon had been oddly silent about it. Not the case anymore. It was announced this morning, 9 o'clock, that it's coming to Verizon on Thursday, which is the 28th, for $199.99. Now, feature-wise, it's pretty well-spec'd. 1 gigahertz Snapdragon processor. It's running Android, of course, Android 2.2 with an updated version of HTC Sense. It has 768 megabytes of RAM, it's about 4.8 ounces. And the real differentiator here on two fronts, one, it's a larger display. It's a 4-inch display instead of 3.7. And you know, I saw this device at Mobile World Congress as the Incredible S, which is what they call the European variant. Excuse me. And the Incredible S, you know, 4 inches really does HTC well. It's one of their few devices that's running on a 4-inch display, and it seems to be, like I've said before, that healthy balance between 3.7 and 4.3 inches. It's what I like about devices like the G2X and you know, the Samsung Focus and some of those other devices on the market. And that's it seems to be a nice balance on Android devices as well. So 4-inch display, and it has a front-facing camera as well. Now, unfortunately, there's no 4G capability. It is 3G only, which kind of makes you wonder why they would launch without 4G capabilities when all these devices like the Droid Charge, Samsung's 4G LTE phone comes out on Thursday as well. It's $299, but still, you know, you'd think they would want to compete with that. Now, this is a pre-production box. This is obviously not what it's going to come in, but it's kind of cool to see VZW marketing sample and all that stuff, and the device and more information. Then on the back, a little note that says it's a pre-commercial unit, but and then actually a bunch of other secret stuff. So we can see here, we'll open it up. Battery was there, phone was there. You know, they have to do the programming on these devices, so it was already programmed for us. Here's what you get in the box. Now, given that this is a pre-production device, I don't know if this is what you'll get in the retail box. I'm assuming it is, but hey, just, you know, take this with a grain of salt until you see it on Thursday morning if you decide to buy it. So here's one plug, the European adapter. This is a world device. I should say there are three things different about it. The front-facing camera, the well, actually, I shouldn't say that. There are four things about it. I'm just going to stop talking now and show you what's in the box. AC adapter module, USB cable, and then a couple of other adapters, a couple of other international adapters. Can never remember which one this is. China, I think. China and Australia, maybe. And then, of course, your European adapter as well. So, whoa now. Woo! A little wild on me. So you can see a couple different adapters that come in the box. So you get quite a bit in the box because it is a world device, or a global device, rather. And that's what I was saying. Front-facing camera, global capabilities, bigger display, and a newer version of HTC Sense. So while it is still running Android 2.2, it's running a newer version. Now, it was just turned off, so I imagine it's going to do the fast boot here. You can see, bam, 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 back on. So it has HTC's fast boot capabilities, and we'll come in here and see what the body looks like. So the body-wise, you know, it's a little bit more curved, if you will, than the original Droid Incredible, but not that different overall. It's got this kind of black look to it. Dual LED flash in the back, 8 megapixel camera. You can see it's raised just like the old one. I mean, it's very, very similar to the old one. Micro USB charging port down here in the bottom left, volume rocker top left, 3.5 millimeter headphone jack there with your battery or with your power button. And then you have your four capacitive buttons, which totally disappear when you power the device off. You can see they are not anywhere to be found when the device is powered off. So we'll pull it down, and you can see typical. Now this is running the same version of HTC Sense that we saw at Mobile World Congress in Barcelona. So it's a newer, I call it Sense 2.1. I think they may still be branding it as Sense 2.0, but it's a revised version of 2.0, so I'm going to call it 2.1. You'll notice immediately that the home button here has been changed. It's a different looking home button, different looking menu button, and then you have your app drawer down here. It looks different. And you'll see down here you can switch between all apps, frequent, downloaded, and then your Verizon apps to do, to go into specifics. But you'll see now, instead of it being one continual list of applications, you'll see that gray bar right there. When you scroll, it scrolls one little window up at a time. So think of all your apps like in individual little windows, and it'll scroll down one window, down one window, down one window until you're at the bottom. And you can see the bar here is now right here in the center instead of going all the way up and all the way down. You can close your apps by pulling it down right there. Now, since this is some version of Sense 2.0, it does have personalization options. You can go into personalization here, click on skin, go to HTC, and you can, let's change the skin, for example, to slate if you want to. And you can change the skin to slate. Now the downside, we've covered this before in the Thunderbolt. Verizon's locked it down where you can't go onto HTCSense.com and download any new skins or new wallpaper, new anything like that. What you get on the device is what you have to deal with, at least when it comes to skins. So you're stuck there. You can't go like you can with the Inspire. You can't jump on and grab additional skins. So you can see what it looks like here. I don't think, okay. And then you can scroll over here just so we can see what bloatware comes on the device. This device comes with a ton of Verizon stuff pre-installed. 3G mobile hotspot, backup assistant, Blockbuster, City ID, Kindle, a game, Mobile IM, My Verizon Mobile, NFL Mobile, Need for Speed Shift, Skype, Slacker, all your VCast stuff here, and VCast videos, voicemail, VZ Navigator. So when you really see it sectionalized, or when you see it segregated like that, and you see all the Verizon apps, you see how many Verizon apps they pre-install on devices like this. That's a ton of apps, and they can't be uninstalled, but at least you can click on your frequent apps or your downloaded apps, or you can do something like that and kind of segregate the apps that you use on a regular basis so you don't have to see those Verizon apps if you don't want to. Now, like I said before, that 4-inch display, it's really a good sweet spot, and it doesn't do it justice with you seeing it in camera. You really need to go, if you're at all interested in the store, you need to go, or in this device rather, you need to go to the store and take a look at it in person, because that 4-inch display, it really is a good balance between too small and too large. It has a nice feel to it. It feels good in the hand. It's not too thick like the Thunderbolt or anything like that, but it's not too small where people like me with larger fingers would have trouble typing. So let's go into messages, for example. Let's take a look. Another thing I've noticed, the vibrations on this device are less noticeable than on something like the Thunderbolt or the Evo 4G. So let's say the quick brown fox is ready for a nap and a good meal. So you see, and you may hear it in the camera, the vibrations aren't nearly as loud as they have been on Thunderbolt, things like that. And that's with vibration turned on. I can feel it, but just barely. And what you'll see with the take a close look at the capacitive buttons, when I flip it up, they'll turn. See what just happened? They will, bam. They turn on you. So pretty cool little feature there. Capacitive buttons that do actually rotate the colors, or the actual buttons rotate with you. Now it is an LED trick, but still, they rotate depending on whether you're in portrait or in landscape mode. So all in all, keyboard feels good, very easy to use. Again, that 4-inch display, nice balance, and with a keyboard like the HTC keyboard, that's a great keyboard as is, it makes it really easy to use. Much more coverage to come on PhoneDog.com. The HTC DROID Incredible 2 will have reviews, we'll have dogfights, we'll have first impressions, and a ton of stuff. I'm going to take this sucker outside, shoot a 720p test video, since it does have HD video recording capabilities. We'll see how it performs, and that'll be up on the site shortly as well. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for more coverage on the site as the week goes on. We'll see, is this a real successor, or is this just kind of a dud in the water, particularly with other 4G devices coming out of the market? Be sure to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/PhoneDog, giving away a ton of phones, ton of iPads as part of our colossal iPad 2 and smartphone sweepstakes. So be sure to like us. Head over there, facebook.com/PhoneDog. We always love to see you on the page. And be sure to follow me on Twitter, PhoneDog_Aaron. Ask me any questions, thoughts, comments you have about this device or any other device that's come out in the past couple of weeks, or heck, ever. Just ask me questions. Stop in, say hello. I always love to hear from you. PhoneDog_Aaron. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.